We got a lot to talk about today, but before we get going, we've got YouTube memberships going now for the Trade Cave crew. We've got 3 different levels: Soda Straw, Stalactite, and Stalagmite. Soda Straw, you get the badges and the emojis for $4.99 a month that you can use. And then Stalactite, you get those things plus member shout outs if you'd like to give a little bit more. And Stalagmite, if you want to get up to date, like up to the minute trade notifications of things that I am personally doing, as well as members only shorts. You can get into that level as well. And also check out Capital Curiosities. They do a lot of videos about financial fraud throughout history. It's very interesting stories that they have to tell here. They've got a decent amount of stories going here. They release one every Sunday. If you go there from here, please comment TC in the comments section there for that, so they know that you came from Trade Cave. And let's get going. So today we got Thursday. Initial jobless claims came in slightly higher than expected by 2,000, so it's basically on point there. PPI came in about 0.1 versus 0.2 expected, so not too bad. Core PPI came in at 0.1 versus 0.3 expected. That's significant, actually. Year over year is actually up 2.6 compared to 2.5 before, but core is to 2.7 compared to 2.9, so that's actually pretty good. These are some pretty good numbers, actually. I would expect to see this reflected in the chart a little bit. But before we talk about any of that, let's look at Bitcoin here. How is Bitcoin doing this morning? Okay, I don't like this. These 3 candles here. So this was a bit of a toppy candle right here with this, this long wick right here that didn't go anywhere. Like it looks good initially, but it was followed by an engulfing red, which basically says that this was in fact a bearish candle here. And we are driving lower and lower and lower here. So what am I looking for at this moment in time? I'm looking for this thing to hold, maybe come towards, so look where we are right now. I'd really like to see it not go any lower. But if it is to go any lower, maybe down to 105, maybe, yeah, 105. I really don't want to see it take out this big green candle. Now, $100,000 again is the mark. That's where things get rough. If we go back to it and below it, this orange line is the shot across the bow saying, warning, warning, something is wrong. We did get this inverted head and shoulders come basically to the tail end of its move, but right now we really need to see the price reverse and pretty much in one candle take out $110,000 again here in the future. If we look to the side, let's look at that volume profile. Nothing really going on the daily. Let's go down to a 4-hour, see what that looks like. 4-hour RSI is getting into an area where it's ready to reset. Oh yeah, look at this. This could go all the way down to 104,000 on the 4-hour before we really hit resistance. Support, and maybe 104.6 thousand for the beginning of that support. And above us, 107 is going to be a little bit of a struggle, and 108 is going to be a little bit of a struggle. So that's what we're looking at Bitcoin right now. I don't love this. We are in a channel. If you look here, you can see it. You can see the channels clear as day. We're in a downward channel right now on the 4-hour. There it is. It's very tight. It's very controlled. So that tells me that this is institutional. This tells me that I think the whales, the big boys, are testing the network here. So I'm not too concerned about this. It's just because it's so measured. It's so obvious. It's meant to scare me. So I'm really not concerned about it. And when it does break out of this thing, I do expect it to be rather explosive. Probably take out this top in 1 candle, maybe 2. And if it fails to do that, well, then I might start getting a little bit concerned. Have we seen this exact type of sell-off before? Oh yeah, it's very similar to this last one where we went down to 100, where it was very controlled, very sloping and easy going, and then there was one wipeout candle, like one wicked liquidation candle. I wouldn't be surprised to see that right now either. I mean, even if it did a big wicked liquidation candle, we'd still be like in this channel since it's so aggressive. We'd still be in this channel even if we came like all the way down, like even if in the next 4 hours we came all the way down to 104,000, we'd still relatively be very close to this channel here. So I'm still not too concerned about that. And don't be surprised if you see like a big red nasty candle come out here at some point out of this thing. How are the miners doing as a result of this? Everything's down. Everything's down. Clean Spark's down 4.3%. Warrants are up though, so that's interesting. Clean Spark, let me take a look here. There's a lot of volume to chew through. I don't really see it dropping too hard. We got a nice gap down there. Don't love that. I'm looking at the 100-day moving average here for it to potentially get stuck on and maybe move back up from. We're vacillating kind of just around that area here. If you're wondering what this green line down here is, the ATR trailing stop. It's the average true range trailing stop indicator to give me an idea of like where my invalidation levels would be here right now. Dynamic invalidation levels. Clean Spark warrants, again, still barcoding, still just barcoding between 56 cents and 41 cents, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We'll see that eventually. It's being noisy right now. I am seeing potential for a bit of a double top right here on Mara. If we get back below about $14, Mara is going to be having a bad time, and we'll see it come back down to 12, maybe even $10 on Mara if that is to happen. IREN, I mentioned this yesterday. IREN had a bit of a spill and is continuing that spill a little bit today. There was some RSI divergence in the chart. Let me draw that out. We had a lower high on the RSI. We had a lower high on the RSI and we had a higher high on price action. That's RSI divergence. It's bearish divergence. So IREN, don't be surprised if it comes down a little bit more. I wouldn't be surprised to see it back test down here around maybe 947, potentially even come as low as $9. Maybe fill this volume gap on the right. If we get anywhere under $9, then there's potential that we could find ourselves spilling towards the lower 8s. So don't be too surprised by that on IREN. Especially if Bitcoin goes beneath $103,000. That's the break even for these more efficient miners right now. So we're talking Clean Spark, IREN, and who's the other one? I can't remember the other really efficient one right now. Riot. We're just going to go over the big boys right now. Riot. I am still looking for Riot to make a move here. We got this big concave volume profile right here all the way up to about $12. I'm expecting, I don't know when I drew that. I'm expecting it to get up to about there and then maybe fail, but this is the area I am still expecting Riot to get to at some point. Right now, this is still looking pretty bullish right now. We have, higher highs, higher lows right now, all the way from the bottoms. So Riot's still looking pretty good despite that, getting embroiled with Bitfarms. Bitfarms seems to be becoming a bit of a footnote here compared to others. Cypher, I have some Cypher warrants. I am looking at Cypher to make a move up to about 514, maybe higher here. I'd like to see it get back into the resistance on the left up here around like 550 to $6, somewhere in there. I am expecting to see that happen soon. If not, then I'm going to be getting a bit nervous. CoreZ is not doing much. BTR is one of the better charts I've been watching, and it's a losing angle. This next angle here, that's bad. If it loses that angle, we could find ourselves coming all the way down to about 1126 before resetting here. This does look like a head and shoulders right here. So we have shoulder, head, another shoulder. That would take us down, right to about 1040. And the fact that we lost angle 2 and we're now losing angle 1 without making an angle 3, that's bad. It's bad news. So watch for that as well. There's a bit of ominousness here right now. Let's take a look at MicroStrategy real quick. Give us a bit of a look here. Yeah, so I'm seeing a bear flag on MicroStrategy. That sucks. So if MicroStrategy is to go beneath 357, we go beneath, 358. If we go under 358 on MicroStrategy, that could be bad. We could see it come all the way down to about 317. If it's going to come all the way to 317, we might even see it hit $300 off of this. Let's go ahead and measure it out. Let's measure it out. Yeah, that 287 off of that bear flag there potentially. That's bad. But we are still inside of this channel, so we could be hitting the bottom of the channel and then sending ourselves higher. If we were to do that, this would turn into a bit of a double bottom, and then who knows from there, right? So we're not like doomed yet, but we're not out of the woods either. Let me turn off the drawings, get a little more clear look here. Yeah, so we're not out of the woods. We are seeing a bit of a head and shoulders. Sorry, there's the shoulder. Let me do that better. Seeing a little bit of a head and shoulders with a tiny shoulder on the left, a bigger shoulder on the right, and that could take us again all the way down to about $300. So don't be surprised if you see that. We are somewhat diverting from this fractal down here, but not terribly, honestly. It did go up MicroStrategy did go up about this time in 2021 before rolling back over and coming back into the fray. And if you can see over here, we did a double bottom into a top here, and then we did a double top back to the support of that double bottom before going higher, making a head and shoulders, and then coming back to the support of that double top on the left. Okay, now that my scribbles are gone, you can see that we had double bottom into a double top, hitting that support on the way up, then doing a head and shoulders, and coming back to the support of the double top from before. So we could see something like that, right? We could see this thing crash down to $300, come back up to like 450, 480, do a head and shoulders, come back to $400 after hitting 480-ish, and then carry on to meet the or get close to the all-time high again before rolling over. We'll see something like that. MicroStrategy is a bucking horse, so be careful with it. Anything else going on today? Not really. It's really kind of a quiet day. Everything's kind of just sitting around, not doing very much. Yeah, anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave membership section if you're so inclined. Don't forget to check out Capital Curiosities, and have a profitable day.